watching MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Medina Valley Broadcast Network. We have traveled to Del Rio, Texas, where the Medina Valley Panthers are taking on the Del Rio Rams for the final series of District ready to get going. And we'll start out with the lineups real quick with their home team. You're visiting Medina Valley Panthers. Leading off, playing second base is Brody Rips. Batting second is number 5, the center fielder, Easton Lange. Batting third, number 2, the shortstop, Logan Pargas. Batting cleanup, number 9, the right fielder, Reese Hatcher. Batting fifth, number 13, designated hitter Jake Phillips will be batting for number 10, the first baseman Carter Marquardt. He'll be followed by number 8, the catcher Johnny Guzman. Following Guzman will be number 4, the left fielder Addison Medrano. Following Medrano will be number 3, the pitcher tonight is Michael Newton. Again, Michael Newton on the mound for the Panthers. And number 7, batting ninth, the third baseman Sean Anderson. On the mound for the Rams tonight will be number 34, Aiden Torres, the pitcher. And we'll follow up with the lineup for the Del Rio Rams when they come up to bat, since we've got a late start. So we have Aiden Torres pitching for the Rams and Michael Newton for the Panthers. Again, I'm Dwayne Garza, along with my partner in crime, Johnny Guzman, bringing to you Panther Baseball. Made the travel to Del Rio, Texas. We are away from the campus. Their field is a couple of miles away from campus. It probably at one point was a municipal field, but it's a nice field. However, as you can tell by the camera work, there's no place to set up the camera. We kind of put it behind the fence. You're going to see a lot of the fence, and we'll hopefully the play-by-play will kind of get you in the game. But at least you can see as they walk up to the plate, and you can watch some of the pitches. Johnny and I are set up down the first base line, so we got a different angle tonight. So we'll try to do the best we can to bring it to you as it comes. To be fair, our view is about the same as your view. So we're looking through some chain link fence. The chain link is pretty thick here. Yeah. So Torres will toe the mound for the Panthers, and Brody Rips will come to the plate. Torres will toe the mound for the Rams. Right-handed pitcher, big right-handed pitcher for the Rams. First pitch is going to be from the windup. First pitch is on the way. Swung on deep, fly ball to center field. Center fielder backing up. Camps underneath it, however, for one pitch, 1 out for the Panthers. But he squared up that ball and hit it to deep center field. However, the center fielder, Mike Soto, was there for out number 1. Yeah, stepping into bat now, number 5, Easton. The boys are going to have to be patient in the box. The guy is throwing good pitches right down the middle, so they're going to have to be patient and just wait for a good one. Can you hear? Yeah. Can you hear us in the broadcast? First pitch to Lange, the center fielder of the Panthers, is going to be high and outside for ball 1. Torres from the windup. Pitch number 2 on the way, the 0-1 pitch. Swing, a check swing, and they're going to say no-go. Oh, they did call it a strike. Yeah, they did. So it's a 1-1 count on Lange. Sun beating down out here in Del Rio, isn't it? It's right in our face, too. This summer. Next pitch on the way, swung on. It's going to be fouled out of play behind the Rams' dugout. Another natural field, Johnny. You won't see many natural grass fields like ours, and theirs is in excellent shape. Yeah, it really looks good out here. And you're right, this field is probably used by multiple organizations, but it's in very, very good shape. Torres from the windup, the 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on, foul, straight back again to leave things the same at 1-2. Yeah, that one had some good speed on it there. Yeah, he's got some velocity on his pitchers. Again, it's a big boy, number 34 on the pitcher's mound for the Rams. Count stays the same, 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lange, the left-handed batter for the Panthers. From the windup, pitch is on the way. It's going to be in the dirt to even the count at 2-2. Panthers wearing their black tops, white pants, black socks tonight, and the Rams wearing kind of a cream-colored uniform with blue trim, blue caps, blue writing on their chests with the numbers, and blue socks. Next pitch on the way. It's going to be a breaking ball that breaks into the dirt, and it'll bring the count to full count. So Lange with a good take there to keep the count. Very disciplined. To keep the at-bat and bring the count to full. Torres gets his signals from his catcher. Pitches on the way. It's a curveball swung on and fouled up down towards the Panther dugout. So we'll keep everything the same. A lot of pitches here to Lang so far.
Yeah, that pitch started out really high, but it looked like it kind of dropped down pretty close to the strike zone. So Lange did a great job of fouling it off.
This field is reminiscent of the old fields where the grandstands are covered.
Yep.
I like the old look. 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on. Fly ball towards left field. Lifted way up in the air. Left fielder camps underneath it for out number 2. So fly out to left field. Lange goes down for out number 2. And that'll bring to the plate number 2, the shortstop Logan Pargas. Pargas stepping to the mound to the plate with 2 outs.
Number 2, Logan Pargas.
Again, like you said, it's kind of warm. The sun's setting behind third base. Kind of like the Panthers set up, but Panthers, it kind of in the left field corners where it sets, and here it's right behind third base. Still going to be tough for the first baseman to take throws from third base, so let's see what happens. So Pargas steps to the plate. Right-handed batter. First pitch from Torres is on the way. Strike right down the middle. Torres from the windup. Pitch on the way. Swung on. Popped it up to the right side towards the right field, but it goes out of play.
Get away from him.
So it'll bring the count to 0-2 real quick on Pargas. Torres doing a pretty good job so far pitching for the Rams.
Yep.
Throwing lots of strikes.
Not throwing with a lot of velocity, and I think some of the boys are getting anxious and going for pitches that may not be good pitches, but they're working.
It's kind of a tough angle since we're here from the side. So 0-2 count stays the same with 2 outs. Pitch to Pargas. Swung on, popped up and out of play. Keep the count at 0-2.
Keeping it up there high in the strike zone.
That one was right at the letters, maybe a little bit higher, but Pargas was not going to let the umpire do the work for him.
That's a great move.
Fouled it off just in case. 0-2 pitch again, on the way. Curveball swung on.
He got that one.
Fly ball to center field. Center fielder backing up, but he camps out underneath it. And he makes the catch for out number 3. So Pargas flies out to center field. So for the Panthers, they go down in order. However, it's a fly out to center field, fly out to left field, and fly out to center field. So not a bad job of squaring up the ball and hitting it hard, but it's right to him. So we'll take a quick break, try to get things organized here since we're starting a little late, and we'll bring you back Panther Baseball after these messages.
Now at North Park Chevrolet,
Texas.
buy a new 2024 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab, posted at $34,999. Lease for $370 a month with zero down. Get 3.9% financing for 75 months on new 2025 Silverado Crew Cab Texas editions, and save $10,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Silverado heavy duty trucks. Plus 5.9% financing for 84 months. Together, let's drive at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
House Moving and Construction is a 4th-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Dodson House Moving Construction broadcast of Panther Baseball. We've done the Panther roster. Now we'll do the starting lineup for the Del Rio Rams. Leading off with the second baseman, number 1, Aiden Villarreal. Batting second, number 6, is center fielder Mike Soto. Batting third, the left fielder Alex Richter. Batting cleanup for the Rams, the first baseman Matt Sandoval. Batting fifth, number 22, the right fielder Juan Delgado. Batting sixth, number 10, the designated Luis Faz will be batting for the pitcher, which is number 34, Aiden Torres, we just heard about. Following him is number 14, the third baseman, I believe that's Jess Mojas. Following the third baseman, number 5, the catcher, is Tres McRae. And following him, batting ninth, number 15, the shortstop, Luis Nava. So that's your lineup, as was told to us, for the Del Rio Rams. Now, an important game for the Panthers. Panthers, it's pretty much do or die for this series here against Del Rio, home here or away here in Del Rio, and then back home again on Thursday, I believe, because of Good Friday. The next game is Thursday. So the Panthers are 1, 2, 3, 4, in 5th place right now. They are with a 4-6 district record. Laredo United in 4th, right above them at 4-4.
Yep.
So that's going to be kind of the cutoff line. So it's Alexander in 1st place, Eagle Pass in 2nd place, United South in 3rd, and United in 4th, Medina Valley in 5th. Now, the difference is we're going to go into next week with district play because there's an odd number of teams in the league. So Medina Valley will be doing district play as of Friday when they face Del Rio again. But the rest of or a lot of the district will be continuing to play. So they're going to have to wait this thing out to see what happens. But the thing they're going to have to do is win. That's all they need to do is win this first game and then think about the game on Friday.
Yeah, and Del Rio, although they don't have wins yet in district, they've played some really tough games. United, 2-0. Those are close games. United's a good team, so everybody's got to play their game well today.
So Villarreal, first pitch to him is going to be swung on. That's going to be a deep fly ball to right field, and that's going to fall in there for extra bases. Oh, it's foul.
Wow.
That was just outside the line down the right field from the right-handed batter.
That was a good stroke. Almost
that was going to be a stand-up triple.
Easy, all day long.
So swing on the first pitch. The ball went fairly deep. Nevertheless, it's a big strike, so with 0-1 count here on Villarreal from the pitcher Michael Newton for the Panthers. Newton back on the mound. Villarreal digs back in. From the windup, 0-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, another ground ball. Fielded by the second baseman, thrown over to first for out number 1.
Nice job by Rips over there at second. Beautiful job.
It's a hard shot to Rips over at second base, feels it cleanly, and throws over to first to get the first out.
Villarreal really put the bat on that first pitch. Well, that would have started things out very different.
So the center fielder number 6, Mike Soto, will step to the plate. He's a left-handed batter, so it'll be a righty-on-lefty matchup. Big, tall, lanky left-handed batter. Newton from the windup. First pitch to him is going to be swung on, pop straight up in the air. Third baseman is backing up. Shortstop's coming behind them and fields it cleanly. So no problem for Pargas to field that ball for out number 2. So Newton make quick work of Soto, who flies out to the shortstop, and we have 2 outs, and that will bring to the plate the left fielder number 3, Alex Richter. Alex Richter, a right-handed batter.
Number 3, Alex Richter.
Since the video is not that great, we're going to do as much play-by-play as we can for you. So Richter steps to the plate. Newton from the windup. First pitch to Richter on the way. Fastball right down the middle for strike 1.
And Newton's really got a lot of velocity behind his throws right now. He is throwing great so far. Great job from Newton.
Not a whole lot of wind tonight. Is blowing from right field to left field.
Yeah.
This pitch on the way is a breaking pitch. A beautiful breaking pitch. It drops down for strike 2. So Richter in the hole, 0-2 on 2 pitches right away. Newton back on the mound. 0-2 pitch on the way. Just outside.
That was close.
Outside the plate there. Bring the count to 1-2. Again, a breeze blowing from right field to left field. Not much, maybe 5 miles an hour. Enough to get the flags moving.
Anything helps out here right now.
The 1-2 pitch to Richter. Swung and a miss for strike 3. So Richter strikes out, swinging, and the Rams go down 1-2-3 in order. So we'll take a quick break after 1 inning of play. Our score is 0-0. Panther Baseball return after these messages from our sponsors.
Peerless Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation expert. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Dodson House Moving Construction broadcast of Panther Baseball, coming to you from Del Rio, Texas. Getting ready to start inning number 2. Panthers will come to the plate. It'll be Reese Hatcher, Jake Phillips, and Johnny Guzman to the plate for the Panthers this inning, at least to start it out. Panthers coming in with a 4-6 district record. Del Rio right now sitting at 0-8. It's a good opportunity for Panthers to win a couple of games and get back into this playoff hunt.
Yep, just play their game and they should be okay. Swinging good pitches.
So the right fielder, the cleanup hitter for the Panthers, Reese Hatcher, will step to the plate. Left-handed batter for the Panthers.
Number 9, Reese Hatcher.
First pitch from Torres is on the way. Swung on a foul, straight back for strike 1.
Foul ball, strike 1.
Here you go. Time it up.
Hatcher digs back in. Torres with the 0-1 pitch. High and outside, even the count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch on the way. It's going to be in the dirt for ball 2.
Ball 2, count is 2 balls, 1 strike.
So 2 balls, 1 strike to Hatcher. Torres gets a new ball, cleans it up, steps back on the mound. From the windup, pitch on the way. Hatcher swings on it, pops it straight up in the air. Catcher's giving chase, but it's going to be out of play. Even the count at 2-2 now for Hatcher.
Ball lands foul for strike 2.
You know, that's probably the 6th foul ball and many pop-ups. The pitcher's throwing meatballs, and I think we're just trying to, Medina Valley's trying to hit the ball out of the park when we should consider line drives and grounders here.
Count now 2-2. 2-2 pitch on the way. It's going to be low and inside. We'll full the count now. So we have.
Ball 3, count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
So the count goes full on Hatcher. Digs back in. Torres has kind of a herky-jerky on the pitch.
Yeah, he's got an interesting.
He's got a double kick from the windup on the leg that he lifts up. It's 1. Oh, he didn't do it that time. Next pitch on the way, it's flied up in the air. Right field is going to be chased. That ball's hit deep. That ball is off the wall.
That's beautiful.
Hatcher rounding first, going to second. He's going to try to dig for 3. Throw is on the way. It gets cut off, and it's a stand-up triple. It'll be a stand-up triple for Reese Hatcher, and it's a good way to start out the inning now. So Panthers have a runner on third with nobody out, and that'll bring to the plate the designated hitter, Jake Phillips.
Absolutely pounded that ball, Hatcher did.
That ball was hit deep in the air, and that may have been a tough thing for the right fielder.
Absolutely, yeah. It was hit off the wall. Right fielder lost sight of it, you could tell, because he didn't know where it was when it came out the wall. So Hatcher absolutely pounds that ball all the way to the fence.
It hit the bottom of the fence. So with nobody out, Hatcher on third. Phillips comes to the plate. Right-handed batter. Torres now for the windup. Checks his runner over at third. Pitch on the way. Phillips watches a curveball go by for strike 1. Torres checking the runner at third, working quickly. For next pitch on the way, he's popped up in the air, but it's going to be foul, out of play.
On the right side, strike 2.
So an 0-2 count now on Phillips. What is from the stretch, checking the runner over third. Swung again by Hatcher, pops it straight up in the air, and it's going to be drifting foul, and it'll go down the outside foul.
Yep. Top of the strike zone there.
So we'll do it all over again. 0-2 count on Hatcher. Pitch on the way, curveball swung on, ground ball over shortstop. He gets through. That's going to score the run, so a base hit for Jake Phillips right up the middle. So hits the ball right up the middle, that'll score a run for the Panthers. The Panthers quickly get up on Rams here in the first inning. So Phillips on first base.
Right up the middle.
Let's put a run on for...
Hard hit grounder right up the middle for Phillips.
Johnny Guzman.
So that will bring to the plate the catcher. Johnny Guzman will step to the plate with nobody out and a runner on first. Phillips with an RBI early in this game. So it is now again from the stretch. Going to check the runner over at first. Pitch on the way. Guzman scores around, but the ball is going to be outside. Throw back down to first, not in time. So Phillips gets back easily. Guzman looking down third baseline to Coach Herb. Gets his signs. Steps back in. Infield playing up. At least on the corners are playing up. Defends against the attempted bunt. Guzman scores around. Outside again for ball 2. So Guzman sitting with an 0-2 count. 2-0 count, I'm sorry. Get down the third base line. Gets his signals from Coach Herb. Checks his cheat sheet on his wrist. Digs back in. So Guzman with a 2-0 count. Runner at first. Nobody out here in the top of the second. 2-0 pitch on the way. It's in the dirt. It'll bring the count to 3-0. So we'll see Guzman more than likely take a pitch here with a 3-0 count.
Good stop by the catcher to save that base there.
So 3 balls, no strikes to Guzman. Torres is going to have to come right down the middle here. Checks his run over at first. 3-0 pitch to Guzman. It's going to be on the outside. Looked like it was down the middle, but from our angle it was just outside, and then a 4-pitch walk to Guzman.
Don't look so guilty, Guzman.
So now the Panthers with runners on first and second, and that'll bring to the plate Addison Medrano, the left fielder. The Rams are going to call timeout. Coach is going to come out of the dugout. He's going to go talk to his pitcher.
That was a good-looking pitch, though. You know, it was right on the edge.
Well, from our angle over from the first base side, it was belt high, so it looked like it was a strike, but it must have been outside on Guzman. So Guzman will go down to talk to Coach Herb. And again, we apologize for the video. That's the best we can do. We tried all kinds of angles and try to get up on the stands and came down and try to get where we're broadcasting from, but we couldn't get the wide angle enough to cover the whole field. So you're stuck with a chain link fence in our voices.
Almost like a little prison. It's nice out here. The weather's actually turning really nice. Sun's starting to set. Hear the music from Ma Cosby's just over the horizon.
No, it's not far from here.
No, it's not.
So we're still here in the top of the second. Panthers have runners on first and second. Rams leave their pitcher in, so Torres stays on the mound. Again, to the plate is going to be the left fielder number 4, Addison Medrano. Nobody out. Runners already scored. Runners at first and second. Medrano steps to the plate, left-handed batter. We'll see if Herb tries to bunt them over, get 2 runners in scoring position.
We got a left-handed batter.
So Torres checks the runner over at second. Kicks and fires home. He does square around, but it's high, so he pulls back for ball 1.
Smart move by Medrano. Pull that bat back.
So Medrano does pull the bat back. He did attempt to bunt, or square around to bunt, but he pulled it back on the high pitch. Gets the signals again from Coach Herb down at third base. Digs back into the left-hander's batter's box. Torres checking the runner again at second. Throws home. He doesn't bunts the ball, bunts it right back. Bunts it. It's going to be a great bunt.
Beautiful bunt. Gets past the pitcher.
It gets past the pitcher. The pitcher was supposed to be covering the right side, which he bunted down the third base line, but he did not get to the ball, and he was thinking the third baseman was coming up, but the third baseman has to cover third. So he had to hold, and Medina put that ball right between the pitcher and third base. He got himself an infield hit.
Beautiful bunt. Move the runners. Bases loaded.
So now the base is loaded with nobody out, and that'll bring to the plate the pitcher, number 3, Michael Newton. So Newton can help his own cause here. Of course, I would be tempted to take here because Torres is not throwing a whole lot of pitches for strikes this inning. So Torres is going to switch to the windup. First pitch to Newton is on the way. It's going to be high for ball 1. Newton can be very selective here.
Yep. Make him throw strikes.
1-0 pitch on the way from Torres. That's going to be high.
Just a little high.
So I'll bring the count to 2 balls, no strikes. Bases loaded here, top of the second. Panthers have already scored 1 run. Up 1-0. Torres from the windup. Pitch on the way. Swung on, foul, straight back. That'll bring the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, Michael Newton, the pitcher of record for the Panthers so far. He'll step back in there with a 2-1 count. 2-1 pitch is on the way. Swung on, pops straight up in the air. That's going to slide out of play, I believe. Oh, no, first baseman's giving chase, and he catches the ball right up against the fence. Great play in foul territory by Matt Sandoval.
That was a great play by the first baseman.
So Newton flies out with a foul ball to the first base, and that'll bring the number 9 batter to the plate. The third baseman was 7, Sean Anderson. So Sean Anderson will try to do it with bases loaded.
1 out.
And now 1 out as the sun starts to set here in Del Rio. Torres from the windup to Anderson. First pitch is a curveball swung on.
Nice
That's going to be a base hit up the middle of the center field. And that'll score 1 run. The next run is going to come in as they cut off the ball at second base. The center fielder bobbled the ball, so allowed a no-brainer to score that runner from second base as he was rounding third. So Sean Anderson with a huge 2 RBI base hit for the Panthers.
Nice hit right up the middle over to that center fielder, and you're right, he just couldn't handle it and bring it in. Scores the second run.
So the Panthers up 3-0, getting a crooked number so far in this second inning. So that'll bring the Panthers back to the top of the order with only 1 out. Brody Rips will step to the plate. Rips, who flied out to center field last time. He'll receive the first pitch from Torres. It's going to be high for ball 1. The Panthers now with runners at first and second. 1 out. Rips at the plate. Torres from the stretch. Going to check his runner over at second. Pitch is going to be high, ball 2.
Ball 2.
Bring it up.
Yeah, we may try to make a little adjustment on the camera because you cannot see the pitcher. As the catcher calls timeout, walks out to the mound to talk to his pitcher. So back to the top of the order with Rips. He's got a 2-0 count. Runners at first and second with 1 out. 2-0 pitch on the way. Low, ball 3.
Ball 3. Count is 3 balls and no strikes.
So 3-0 count for Rips. More than likely he'll be watching a pitch here. Panthers will try to get the bases loaded with the base on balls here. Torres checking the runner over at second. Pitch on the way. That's going to be low, ball 4. So it's going to be a 4-pitch walk for Brody Rips. And that'll load the bases for the Panthers. So Easton Lange will step to the plate. It looks like they're going to call timeout again, so that's probably more likely going to be a pitching change since the second timeout for the Rams this inning. So it looks like they're going to do a pitching change. And we'll take a break and sort things out and see who the new pitcher is. In the meantime, we'll try to adjust the camera a little bit to see if we can get a little bit better view for you guys between links on the chain here. Panther Baseball return after these messages.
At Medina Electric Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Medina Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. You can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast and Dotson House Movie and Construction broadcast of Panther Baseball. We do have a Peerless Equipment pitching change for the Del Rio Rams. Number 3, Alex Richter will come to the mound. Richter was playing left field. We'll try to give you the substitution for left field here in a minute. We can get a number out in left field. In the meantime, we're going to try to adjust that camera a little bit. We can see a little bit more of the pitching mound. If you bear with us here. I think that's a little bit better as we've got that pitcher inside that little chain link diamond there. So we'll go with that. So another right-handed pitcher for the Rams, Alex Richter. So Lange will step to the plate, left-handed batter will step up with bases loaded. First pitch to Lange is going to be swung on. That's going to be hit up the middle. That's going to be a line drive to the center fielder for a base hit. That's going to score 1 run. Second run is going to come across. So 2 more runs scored by the Panthers. So Lange will get a nice base hit, and the Panthers will score 2 more runs.
Lange hits a good shot.
The Panthers up 5-0 here in the second inning. Good start for Medina Valley. So now with the runners on first and second, Logan Pargas will step to the plate. Pargas who flied out to center field last inning. So Panthers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will be the 9th batter for the Panthers this inning. Richter from the stretch, checks his runner over at second. Kicks and he throws home. Fastball high, ball 1. So Panthers doing a good job swinging the bat so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base hits so far this inning. So with 1 out, next pitch is on the way. That's going to be called a little high for ball 2. So Pargas now with a 2-0 count, 1 out, runners at first and second.
See if Pargas can find a good pitch here and drive it out there to left center field.
Richter gets his signs from his catcher, checks the runner over at second. Kicks and throw, runner's going to be stealing. Pargas swings at the ball, but it pops it up straight back for a foul ball, and that'll bring the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. That was Rips. Rips was on second, trying to steal third on either the hit and run or just a flat-out steal. Rips, we know, has got decent speed. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Pargas at the plate. Runners at first and second. Richter turns around, throws back to second. Brody Rips back in plenty of time.
Runner gets back safely.
Gets back safely.
Go, Lowe's, get you one, babe.
So Richter back on the mound, steps off again. Check who number 25 is for that. So back to the 2-1 pitch. He steps off, throws to second again. This time Rips goes in diving. A little bit closer play, but not in time.
Go, Lowe's, be aggressive, babe.
So our left fielder is, who's it?
Rosales.
Diego Rosales out in left field now for the Rams. Pitch on the way, Rips is going again. The pitch is high, throw down to third base, and not in time. Slides under the tag. So Rips with a stolen base, steals third.
That was a good throw by the catcher, but Rips looks like he went around the back of the bag.
It was a good throw by the catcher because it was a high pitch. It was a good pitch to try to throw somebody out on.
Yeah, Rips just kind of went around the backside of the third baseman.
Well,
Nice
Lange stole second. It was
yeah.
double steal. Lange stole second, so Panthers now have two runners in scoring position, second and third with a 3-1 count. Pargas takes ball forward, load the bases. So still one out. Panthers load the bases back up again. That'll bring the cleanup batter, the right fielder Reese Hatcher, who had a triple last time up the bat, who hit one off the base of the wall in right field.
It's a really good hit earlier.
Well, the Rams struggling right now at the plate. At the mound. Look there, Johnny. There's a Julio's billboard out in right center. In case you don't know, Julio's chips are made here in Del Rio, Texas.
That'd be a good sign for Hatcher to hit right now.
Well, Hatcher, first pitch on the way. Gets a strike called right down the middle. So Richter with this pitching from the windup now with bases loaded. There one pitch on the way. That one's going to be way high for ball one. So even the count at 1-1 here. That was still only one out.
Yep,
so we're still one out, top of the second, bases loaded. Panthers up 5-0 so far. Richter from the windup. Pitch on the way. Way high.
Looks like he's trying to throw some type of breaking ball, and it's just not working for him right now. His fastball is pretty nifty.
So 2 balls, 1 strike to Hatcher. With 1 out, bases loaded. Richter back from the windup, getting his signs from his catcher. 2-1 pitch on the way. Another high pitch. We'll bring the count to 3-1. So a big pitch here for Richter with bases loaded. No place to put Hatcher right now. Pitch on the way. Swung on that ball, fouled straight back. And it'll bring the count to full. So now we have a full count on Hatcher. Kind of hard to see that ball now looking into that sunset.
2 strikes.
Sun just about down here. Lights are on. Plenty of lights still in the field. So full count on Hatcher, 1 out. Bases loaded. Richter from the windup. Pitch on the way. Swung on. Little tapper foul. Hatcher way out in front of that ball.
Richter's got plenty of juice on his fastball, and then he throws that changeup and kind of throws him off there on that pitch. But
so we'll keep it at full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases are juiced right now for the Panthers. Got the right man to play right now as their cleanup batter.
Absolutely.
Sitting with a full count. So the payoff pitch on the way. Swung on, fouled again. So we'll keep it at full count. So 321 feet down the right field line, 328 in center field, and 321 down left field line. Payoff pitch on the way to Hatcher. That's going to be a high ball 4. He walked him. Good at bat by Hatcher, sitting with a full count for a while there, and that's going to walk in a run. So
Yep, Hatcher did a good job at that at-bat, swinging at the right pitches.
Hatcher will get the RBI as the run comes across. Bases will stay loaded. The Panthers now have a 6-0 lead. And that'll bring to the plate Jake Phillips, the designated hitter, number 13. Phillips again batting for Carter Marquardt, who's playing first base. Phillips had a base hit last time off the bat. Richter still from the windup. Phillips calls timeout, steps out of the box, digs back in now. Richter going to be pitching from the windup again. 1 out, bases loaded. First pitch to Phillips on the way. It's going to be strike 1 on the outside corner.
Really wide stance, but still generates a lot of bat speed.
0-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on Phillips. He does have a lot of velocity. Swung right through that ball. So with 1 out, Phillips sitting with an 0-2 count with bases loaded. Still in the top of the second. Panthers up 6-0. Pitch on the way. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Good pitch by Richter.
Yeah, that was a good pitch.
So with 2 outs now, Panthers will bring the catcher, Johnny Guzman, who walked last time up to bat. He'll be walking to the plate now. Sitting with 2 outs, bases loaded here in the top of the second.
Number 8, Johnny Guzman.
Again, Panthers up 6-0 right now. Catcher calls time. He's going to go out and talk to his pitcher. I don't know why you just struck out a batter. I don't know why you want to break his momentum right now by calling timeout. They go talk to the pitcher.
Yeah, he just threw 3 out of 4 good pitches there. Maybe trying to work something on the bases, try and get someone on the base.
So Guzman steps in there. Bases loaded, 2 outs. You're in the top of the second. Richter from the windup. First pitch to Guzman on the way. Right down the middle for strike 1.
Strike 1.
Guzman steps back in. Sitting with an 0-1 count. Richter from the windup. Pitch on the way, swung on, foul straight back. That'll bring the count to 0-2. So Guzman quickly down in the count, 0-2. Good opportunity here to choke up and just try to punch the ball somewhere. Don't have to swing hard. Just make contact and let them earn the out. Richter taking a long time. Now he's in his windup, the 0-2 pitch on the way. Called strike 3 on the corners. He strikes out 2 on that outside corner pitch. It looks really, really good.
Yep.
So the last 2 batters strike out, and that's going to do it for the Panthers this inning. However, the Panthers put up 5 more runs now to bring the score to 6-0. So we'll go to the top of the third. Panthers up 6-0. Panther baseball return after these messages.
Big State Electric is raising the bar in the San Antonio electrical industry. Working with local and forward-thinking companies, we are changing the downtown skyline with beautiful and innovative buildings. As well as working with local universities, we are revolutionizing academic sports with cutting-edge and high-tech electrical solutions. Join us as we light up the future one project at a time. Big State Electric, competence and quality since 1966. Supporting San Antonio, Austin, Houston, and the Gulf Coast region.
Like you, we love calling this home. Castroville State Bank has been serving the Medina Valley area for over 63 years by providing the best financial products, modern technology, and customer service. Not only are we the local bank you can rely on for all your financial needs, but we are also your neighbors, giving back to the community we grew up in and love. Come home to Castroville State Bank.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Dodson House Museum Construction broadcast of Panther Baseball. We're going to the bottom of the second inning. It's been a long 1.5 innings so far. Panthers have done a great job at the plate, bringing in 6 runs so far. As the Rams will bring to the plate Sandoval, Delgado, and Faz this inning. Michael Newton still on the rubber for the Panthers.
Keep it close. All right. Panthers picked up 5. That's a pretty good inning.
A lot of base hits that inning Panthers had.
Yeah, they did.
1, 2,
and
3,
Victor came in and threw some pretty good pitches.
5 base hits and 1 stolen base. So the first baseman, number 4, Matt Sandoval, will step to the plate for the Rams. We are on the bottom of the second.
First baseman. Made
First
a pretty
baseman.
good play earlier.
Yeah, he did. Newton from the windup. First pitch on the way. It's going to be below the knees for ball 1. I do like this ballpark.
Yeah, it's really
I
nice.
love the covered grandstands, reminiscent of the old 30s and 40s and 50s, I guess, feels.
Yeah, big old trees out there in the outfield. It's beautiful.
So 1-0 to Sandoval. Newton with the pitch. High, ball 2.
Ball 2.
One thing the Panthers cannot do is give them free bases at this point.
No.
You got a big lead. You need to keep the foot on the gas pedal.
Yeah.
Let them hit the ball.
Yeah.
Give them strikes. Let them hit the ball. Let the defense help you out. We're in that twilight hour right now. So Sandoval in there. The 2-0 count. The 2-0 pitch by Newton is on the way. It's going to be high for ball 3.
Ball 3 count is 3 balls, no strikes.
See if Newton can get him back in the game here.
So 3-0 on Matt Saldivar. Newton takes his time on the mound. Continuing to pitch from the windup. 3-0 pitch on the way. Right down the middle for strike 1.
Strike 1.
So 3 balls, 1 strike on Saldivar. On Saldivar. Pitch on the way, swung on, popped up in the air. It's going to fade out of play. And that'll bring the count to full. So 3-2 count now on Saldivar.
Strikes.
Newton gets a new ball. Back up to the rubber. Gets his signs from Miss Catcher Guzman. And a pitch from the windup. Swung on, strike 2. Strike 3. I'm sorry. It's a strikeout. So if you include last inning, he's got back-to-back strikeouts.
Yep. Came back from
1 out.
3 balls. A really good job by Newton.
A lot of velocity on that pitch, too. So 1 out. That'll bring to the plate number 22, the right fielder, Juan Delgado. So Juan Delgado steps in, left-handed batter for the Rams with 1 out. First pitch to Delgado.
Good pitch.
It's going to be right at the letters for strike 1.
Yeah, he's calling the high fastball for sure.
So 0-1 count on the lefty Delgado. The pitch on the way. It's going to be just outside and low. Even the count at 1-1. Guzman getting his signals from his coach from the dugout, relaying them to Newton now. Newton now from the windup. 1-1 pitch on the way. It's going to be inside for ball 2 to bring the count to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Count is 2 balls and 1 strike.
The 2-1 pitch to Delgado. Swing and a miss. Just nicked that ball, but he ends up in the glove of the catcher, Guzman. So now we got an even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Newton from the windup. Pitch on the way.
Oh, that was a beautiful pitch.
Looks like that one either inside or low, just low. It was at the knees.
Maybe inside, but it looked really good. But from this angle, of course.
So Delgado steps back in there with a full count and 1 out. Payoff pitch to Delgado on the way. Ooh, and it hits him. So Delgado hit by pitch. State Farm Agency sponsoring hit by pitches for Panther Baseball. I'd like to thank them for their sponsorship. So that's Hazel Russell, State Farm agent, sponsoring hit by pitches. So the Rams now with a runner on first with 1 out. And they'll bring to the plate the designated hitter number 10, Luis Faz. Faz was batting for the pitcher Flores earlier. So now Newton will pitch from the stretch.
See how aggressive they are on the bags.
Checks his runner over at first. Pitch on the way. It's going to be inside on the righty for ball 1. Got to squeeze that ball, may get the call.
Yeah. Pull it in just a hair.
Popped out of Guzman's glove there. Must have been just inside. So the 1-0 pitch to Faz as Delgado gets his lead over at first, and he's going. The ball is hit. It's going to be foul.
Nice hit.
3 feet foul down the left field line. Beautiful line shot by Faz, but nevertheless, it's foul. Runner was stealing. He'll have to go back to first base. So I don't think Newton will give him that pitch anymore.
No, he hit that one good.
He squirted up and turned on that ball.
Medrano was on that ball pretty quickly, but they may have gotten extra bases. I'm not sure.
Coach from Del Rio giving his signals over to his base runner. See if he steals this time. Boz digs back in. Newton checks his runner over at first. 1-1 pitch on the way. Curveball. Strike 2 on the outside corner. Good pitch.
Real good pitch.
Strike 2, count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes.
The Foz gets signs again from his coach down the third base line, and he'll step back into the right-hander's box there. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out, runner at first.
See if he goes on this one.
1-2 pitch, curveball, swung on. Ground ball to shortstop. Shortstop over to second. Second over to first for the double play.
Double play. Nice job by Pargas and Rips and Marcourt.
So good finish there. He's getting a runner on first, finish with a double play. That was a hard hit ball, but it was
very hard hit.
Right to Pargas to turn the double play. So that's going to do it for the second inning. The score stays the same. Medina Valley 6, the Del Rio Rams 0. Panther Baseball return after these messages from our sponsors.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Dotson House Moving Construction broadcast of Panther Baseball. We were going to the top of the third. Panthers will send to the plate Medrano, Newton, and Anderson, number 7, 8, and 9 batters for the Panthers. It looks like Richter will stay on the mound for the Rams.
We need a sponsor for our double play because that was a beautiful. Pargas made it look easy. Rips as well, and Marquardt puts the cap on it with a nice pickup there.
It was a picture-perfect double play. That was the end of the
play.
So Madrano, left-hand banner, will step to the plate. Richter again will continue to stay on the mound for the Rams as the sun has set and we have twilight upon us. Again, we apologize for the video. Not much we can do about it by the way this field is set up. No room in the press box and chain link fence, so we apologize for that. So Madrano at the plate. First pitch to Madrano from the windup on the way. Strike one.
Called strike one to the batter.
Madrano with a base hit last time up the bat.
Medina Valley is number 4.
Yeah, that's where he put that beautiful bunt, right?
It was a base hit bunt, that's correct.
Beautiful bunt.
0-1 pitch on the way. It's a curveball swung on. Little tapper to the first base. Feels it cleanly and easily steps on the bag before Madrano gets there for out number 1. So Madrano rounds out to the first baseman, and that'll bring to the plate the pitcher, number 3, Michael Newton. Michael Newton flied out on a foul ball, which was the first base side last time up the bat.
Number 3, Michael Newton.
So with 1 out, Newton will step to the plate. Right-handed batter.
See if Newton can put the ball in play.
Richter from the windup. First pitch to Newton. High fastball. Ball 1.
Ball 1.
1-0 pitch on the way. Strike 1.
And then a high fastball.
Call strike 1 on the high fastball right at the letters.
Yeah, he's calling that pitch.
The count's even now. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Next pitch is going to be low. It'll bring the count to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Count is 2 balls and 1 strike.
Two-one pitch on the way. He wanted to swing at that, but he held off. It's a good take. Ball 3 is going to be was just a little bit low and inside. So Newton now with the hitter's count at 3-1 with 1 out. Richter from the windup. It's going to be outside. He walked him. So Newton goes to first base with a base on balls, and that will bring the number 9 batter, number 7, the third baseman, Sean Anderson, to the plate. Anderson also with a base hit last time up to bat, and they're going to have a pitch runner for Newton as he is the pitcher. And who's number 6, Johnny?
It's like
Miguel Gonzalez comes to first base to take over the running duties for our pitcher, number 6. And he'll get his signals from Coach Herb, barking out numbers from the third base coaching box. Anderson checks his cheat sheet for a long time. That puts it in his back pocket.
Looks like he was checking his cell phone right before he hit the ball.
He had a message.
Yeah,
he had a text
message.
So Anderson steps back in there. 1 out, runner on first. Richter checks the runner. Pitch on the way. Anderson pops it up, out of play. He fouled it straight back, out of play. So it'll be 1 strike on Anderson. Anderson checks the cheat sheet again.
Number 6, Miguel Gonzalez, is at first base as a courtesy runner.
Anderson steps back in. Gonzalez takes his lead off first base. Average 3-step lead. Richter checking the runner. 0-1 pitch on the way. Curveball does not. Ooh, he called a strike 1. I was gonna say didn't break up far enough down, but it started off at the jaw and broke down into, I guess, the top of the letters, and he called it a strike.
Yep.
So that'll bring the count to 0-2. So 0-2 with 1 out, runner at first for Anderson. Spins and throws over to first. Nothing happening. Gonzalez, not a problem getting back in, sliding under the tag there at first. The count stays the same. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to Anderson. Gonzalez on first. Richter throwing back over to first. This time was high.
Yep.
First baseman had to reach up to bring that ball down. So Gonzalez back with no problem. And we'll do it all over again. No balls, 2 strikes to Anderson. Richter with the 0-2 pitch. High, ball 1. A good take by Anderson to lay off that high pitch. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Anderson. One-two pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Anderson goes down on strikes for out number 2, and to bring the Panthers back to the top of the order. Number 1, the second baseman, Brody Rips, will step to the plate. Rips is right out to center field and has walked, and he has a stolen base, stole third base last inning. So Rips will step up to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on first. Fresh balls come in from the Ram dugout as Rips digs into the right-hander's batter's box. Richter will pitch from the stretch. Short lead at first by Gonzalez. He'll check the runner over at first. Kicks and throws. That's going to be high for ball 1. So the first pitch to Rips is ball 1. One-0 pitch. High, ball 2.
Looks like he's trying to hit that high point.
Everything's been high,
yeah. If it's close, it looks like he's calling him right up there in the letters.
So 2 balls, no strikes with 2 outs. Runner on first. Richter from the stretch. Strike right down the middle.
Strike 1, count is 2 balls.
We're leaving the count at 2-2 now as Rip steps back in. Throw over to first base, not in time. Gonzalez slides under the tag. We'll do it all over again. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at first. Rips at the plate. Richter with the throw. Strike 2 right at the letters. Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We are in the top of the 3rd. Panthers up 6-0. Richter with the pitch. Swung on. It's going to be a base hit up the middle. 2 hops to the center fielder. It's a good piece of hitting by Rips.
Wow. He got down there almost to one knee to hit that ball.
That ball was below the knees, but Rips is not going to let the umpire have the opportunity to take charge there. So it gets the base hit. Now Panthers will have runners at first and second, and that'll bring the center fielder number 5, Easton Lange, to the plate. Lange is flied out to left field and a base hit so far tonight. Lange will step into the left-hander's batter's box with the runners at first and second with 2 outs. First pitch to Lange is on the way.
Ooh.
High.
Good job by the catcher to stop that ball.
Yeah, almost got away from the catcher. That he had to really stand tall to get that ball.
Yeah, may have come off the ground.
So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and second here in the top of the 3rd. Pitch on the way. It's going to be at the letters. Call for strike 1. They even the count at 1-1 on Lange.
There's that high fastball again.
One pitch on the way. That one's way too high.
Ball 2.
Now we got a
Count is 2 balls. 1
count
strike.
at 2 balls, 1 strike here with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Richter with a 2-1 pitch. Should be low, ball 3. That's what the call is, low. So 3 balls, 1 strikes with 2 outs. Lange steps back in with the runners at first and second and 2 outs here in the top of the third. Richter gets his signs from his catcher. Spins and throws over to second. Nothing happening there. Gonzalez back in plenty of time.
Throw over to second, not in time.
Richter's got to come here right down the middle. Can't afford to get another base runner on for the Rams.
Yeah, way ahead. Way ahead. Lange's way ahead with 3 balls. See what he
3-1 pitch Lange. Can be called strike 2 at the letters.
Call strike 2, count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
So the count's full. Lange steps back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Richter with the payoff pitch. Curveball breaks in there for strike 3. So call strikes 3. Call strike 3 so far against the Panthers. So far they've watched go by. So Panthers again leave runners on. They left bases loaded last inning. Now they leave 2 runners on. And that's going to keep the score the same. Medina Valley 6, Del Rio 0 here as we go to the bottom of the third. Panther Baseball return after these messages.
GOM Real Estate, helping families like yours for 45 years. First-time buyer or looking to branch out into land or ranch ownership? GOM Real Estate offers a wide range of services tailored to meet your residential or commercial needs. Their dedicated team provides complete support with personalized, expert advice and extensive knowledge of the local market to help you secure the best deal possible, because your goals are their goals. Find out more at GOMRealestate.com.
Now at North Park Chevrolet, buy a new 2024 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab posted at $34,999. Lease for $370 a month with 0 down. Get 3.9% financing for 75 months on new 2025 Silverado Crew Cab Texas editions, and save $10,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Silverado heavy duty trucks. Plus 5.9% financing for 84 months. Together, let's drive at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Dodson House Moving and Construction broadcast of Panther Baseball. We are going to the bottom of the third. Score stays the same. Medina Valley Panthers 6, Del Rio Rams 0. Michael Newton still on the mound for the Panthers. And for Del Rio, they will bring the bottom 3 of their order. Finally going to get through the order this inning with Mojas, McCray, and Nava. Third baseman, the catcher, and the shortstop. Panthers looking good, able to get runners on base, although they've left them full and left 2 runners on last inning.
Really starting to cool down out here.
Feels good.
85 degrees.
Yeah, it's down to 85. Feels good. When I hear you just saw Gordita walk by.
Oh my goodness, the concession down out here looks better than some of the Mexican restaurants I've been to in San Antonio. They got gorditas out here in the concession stand. Selling those. I mean,
may have to get one in the full 5th inning stretch, huh?
Yep. Smells really good.
So number 14, the third baseman, I believe it's Jess Mojas, is what we saw. Kind of tough. Here we go.
For Del Rio is going to be number 14, Jesse
Mojica. So Jesse Mojica, it's kind of hard reading the doctor's writing on the rosters. So Mojica with the first pitch to him. Right-handed batter swings and misses on a curveball in the dirt. So that's the third baseman, number 14, Jesse Mojica. The writing looked like it was Moja. I couldn't read the writing.
Mojica.
Some of these coaches, again, have handwriting like doctors.
Number 14.
Yeah.
Can't get that wrong.
The 0-1 pitch to Mojica has a curveball, another swing and a miss. He's down real quick, 0-2.
Swung right over the top of that breaking ball.
Number 7 batter. So we are in the bottom of the third. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Oh, it must have been just on the outside corner.
Two strikes.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Need to put some oil on that glove, Johnny.
Mm-hmm. Stick 'em.
Newton back to the mound, pitching from the windup. 1-2 pitch on the way. Another curveball. Just got a piece of it. Mojica stays alive.
Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So they get a new ball to Newton. Gets back to the mound. Mojica will dig back into the right-hander's batter's box. As we are deep in the twilight now. This is that tough time of the night to find fly balls. 1-2 pitch on the way. Outside, even the count at 2-2.
Keep it down the middle. See what they call here.
So the pitch count or signal comes from the dugout. Guzman gets it, relays it over to his pitcher. Newton now from the windup. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Curveball swung on, flied out to left center, and it's going to be a line drive. It's going to be in the gap. Lange feels it, turns around, throws a second. It's going to be a double for Mojica. Mojica was down 0-2, ends up with a double. So a good piece of hitting by Jesse Mojica, the third baseman for the Del Rio Rams.
Yep, he really got a hold of that one right into the left center gap.
Well, and Lange did a good job running that ball down before it got to the fence, because that could have been a triple.
Yep.
So the first hit for the Rams, and that will bring to the plate the catcher, number 5, Tress McCray. McCray will step up to the plate, right-handed batter, with a runner on second and nobody out. So again, that's the first base hit for the Rams, and ended up being a double. So Newton will have to pitch from the stretch now. He's going to check his runner over at second, who's got a decent lead over at second base. First pitch to McCray. Outside, ball 1. Newton needs to settle down. That runner at second is not going to hurt him. And I think that's exactly what Coach Herb has called timeout. He's going to run out to the mound. He's going to tell him, look, we're up 6-0. Don't worry about that runner at second. Let's work on the batter. Yeah. We'll trade that run for an out here at the plate all day long.
Yep. They're working the runner over there, and you're right at this point. Just cover those gaps up and knock the ball down. Hold him at second. Get the out.
Yeah, we just need an out. So and it was just a real quick visit by Coach Herb. So McCray steps back in. Newton back on the mound. McCray way back in the batter's box. Mojica with a decent lead over at second. Newton checks and throws home. That hit him on the elbow. He's going to let him run over to Guzman. Is saying he leaned into it, but he's not going to get any help from the umpire. It hit him on that elbow protector, just barely grazed him, and he's going to get to first base. So another
hit by pitch. Hold on 1 second. All right, hit by pitch brought to you by Hazel Wilson, State Farm Agent. Thank you, Hazel.
So McCray. So number 17, CJ, what did he say, Villegas? Goes to pinch run for the catcher.
What number is it?
17. So the number 9 batter finally makes it to the plate for the first time tonight. The shortstop, Luis Nava will come to the plate. Nava, right-handed batter. He'll step up with runners at first and second here with nobody out.
Yep, got to get some outs here.
Force out any base. He scores around, bunts through the ball for strike 1.
Bunt attempt misses, strike 1.
So the bunt attempt misses, and it's strike 1 to Nava with runners at first and second. So they were trying to get 2 runners in scoring position.
Yep, corners are in now.
The corner's now playing on the edge of the grass. Need to get at least 1 out here for sure if he sacrifices. So no balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Newton checks the runner at second. Scores around at home, and it's going to be low to even the count at 1-1. So he did square on the bunt again. That's a good strategy before your number 9 hitter to come up for runners at first and second with nobody out to bunt them both over. I like the call here. I would continue to do that till he gets 2 strikes.
Yeah, for sure. No outs. Third base is playing back. Let's see what he does.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Runners at first and second. He scores around the show bunt. Newton steps off, throws to second. Oh, it looked like he had him. It was a good little pickoff move there by Newton, who just stepped off and tossed it over to second. It was a pickoff play.
Yeah, Pargas put a good tag down.
They called him safe. He got under the tag. It was close. I guarantee he'll stay closer to the bag now because he had a decent lead.
Yeah, he did.
So we'll keep the count the same. 1-1 to Nava. Nava scores around, bunts it straight up in the air, and it's foul. Guzman unable to get to it. There's a lot of foul ball territory between home plate and the backstop. It's probably twice as far as Medina Valley's.
Oh my God, you need a relay from that.
Yeah, it's a long way. I mean, it's probably
30 feet more.
That's more than that. It's probably 15 yards.
Wow.
So Nava steps back in now with 2 strikes. He's probably going to have to swing away now with a 1-2 count with runners at first and second. If you have trust in him, you give him the bunt signal one more time.
Yep. 2 strikes, excuse me.
More than likely, he'll be swinging away.
Yeah, he's choking up, trying to put the ball in play.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runners at first and second. Newton with the pitch. Swung on. A line shot right to the second baseman. Steps on second base. Gets 1 out, gets 2 outs, and the attempt for the triple play doesn't work. It was a line shot to Rips. Rips catches on a line, runs over to second base, tags the base, throws over to first, but not in time to get the triple play.
You know, Rips has seen that play on YouTube probably 100 times, and he was getting ready to put it in action. Beautiful job making that catch for the line drive and getting the out on second base.
Nava lines out to second base for the double play. So now they're down to a runner on first now with 2 outs, and back to the top of the order with Adan Villarreal to the plate now, who grounded out to second base the first time up the bat. So Newton now checking the only runner now at first base. First pitch is swung and fouled straight back for strike 1.
That was a beautiful play.
The ball was hit hard.
It was, yeah.
It had the pop of a base hit. It was just right to Rips, who didn't have to move.
Yeah, Rips did a good job of getting the lead runner there on second, as well as the line drive, of course.
And you can't fault the runner at second because that ball was hit on the line.
Yeah.
Not to mention he had a big lead. It was just a bang-bang play. So Villarreal was sitting with a 1-0 pitch with 2 outs. Newton checks the runner over at first, kicks and throws, swing and a miss. He hesitated on the swing, swung at the last second, way behind it.
Nice breaking ball there.
So bring the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes now, or 0-2, real quick, 0-2 now on Villarreal, the leadoff batter for the Rams.
Villarreal hit that nice shot to right field. If it would have been fair, that changes a lot.
Yeah. And Newton gives the signs from his catcher. 0-2 pitch on the way, low, ball 1. So that'll bring the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes, with a runner at first and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
See if the Panthers can get this last out.
Batter calls time is going to step out. Batter steps back in. Guzman back in his catcher stance. Newton back in the stretch. Checks his runner over at first base. 1-2 pitch on the way. Curveball. Oh, did not get the call. That was a nice pitch, at least from this angle.
Maybe outside?
That was a sit-down pitch. Guzman, the catcher there, kind of cocks his head like, where was that?
And even held it for him just a second or 2.
So they're going to count to 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 2 outs. And runner on first.
See if they do a hit and run here of some sort. Getting the signal over there.
2-2 pitch gets thrown over to first base.
Good job
And the
on
pitch
Marquardt.
runner for McCray, I forgot who it was already, is back in time, no problem. So we'll do it all over again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner in first here in the bottom of the third. Panthers up 6-0. 2-2 pitch, swung on and foul straight back, and we'll do it all over again.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, they got a hit and run on.
No, that was just a steal. We're not going to hit and run with
With 2 outs.
with 2 strikes.
Man, if he would have hit that, would have been a beautiful shot, though.
Yeah. That was a straight steal. The Rams just trying to get something going.
He never looked. He just took off.
They're wasting an opportunity here, so they're being aggressive here.
Yeah.
All over again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first. Leadoff batter at the plate, Villarreal. Newton checking his runner. Time is called again. Not sure if the catcher or the batter called timeout.
Go, Michael. Get him right here, Michael.
So we'll do it all over again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Got Deuces Wild here. Pitch is going to be high. That'll bring the count to full.
Ball 3 count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
So big pitch here for Newton.
Yep. See if Newton can get this one.
Steps off the plate. Off the rubber. Now he's back on. Gets a sign from his catcher. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first. Payoff pitch on the way. Swung on, foul straight up and foul out of play. So we'll do it all over again. A lot of pitches thrown here to the leadoff batter, Villarreal. We're here at the bottom of the third with 2 outs. Runner at first. Villarreal at the plate, awaiting a payoff pitch from Newton. Payoff pitch on the way. Swung on. It's going to be a chopper towards shortstop. Pargas waits for the hop. Throws on the run over the first. And it's going to one hop to Marquardt. Unable to hang on to it. Tough play by Pargas. It was a slow chopper. Nobody's at home. The run scores. And the runner from first goes to second. So Guzman ran down the line to back up the throw at first, and no one covered home. Pitcher did not go home to cover the plate, so the runner on third easily jogged across the plate. And then when they were worried about the runner going home, the runner from first went to second.
I don't know what Guzman was doing. Was he talking to the coach?
Well, the pitcher's supposed to cover the plate.
Right, but he looked like he stayed over by the dugout. But regardless, they gave a run away.
So they did give a run away. So now score's now 6-1. So now
the Del Rio runner, he looked like in disbelief, like no one's gonna.
So Villarreal reaches second base on an error and a mental error.
Yeah.
And that'll bring the number 2 batter, Mike Soto, center fielder, and he fouls one straight back on the first pitch. We'll bring the count to 0-1, and the Rams have a runner at second now here in the bottom of the third. Tough play by Pargas. He fielded it on he had to wait on the high chopper, fielded it, and he had to make a running throw, unbalanced. And it got away from Marquardt because it was in the dirt. Tough play.
Yeah, it was.
So no balls, 1 strike here on Soto, their left-handed batter. And he watches a strike go by, and he'll bring the count to 0-2. So Soto, who flied out the shortstop last time with the bat, takes a few practice swings and steps back in the left-hander's batter's box. Rams have a runner at second. Newton will get his signs from his catcher. Big lead over at second base. Newton checks his runner. Batter calls time and steps out. Batter steps back in with 0-2 count and 2 strikes. So Soto waits the 0-2 pitch. Now Newton steps off. He wants to go through the signs again with his catcher. So we'll do it all over again. Guzman relaying the signals to his pitcher. Pitcher checks his runner over at second now. 2 outs. 0-2 pitch on the way. High, ball 1.
Ball 1, count is 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah. So Soto will step back in with a 1-2 count with 2 outs, runner at second. Lefty awaits the 1-2 pitch from Newton. On the way. Swing and a miss, he gets him. Good pitch by Newton. So strike 3 for out number 3. The Rams leave a runner on, however, they do score a run. So our new score after 3 innings is Medina Valley 6, Del Rio 1. We'll take a quick break here from our sponsors. Panther Baseball return after these messages.
Dodson House Moving and Construction is a 4th-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Dodson House Moving Construction broadcast of Panther Baseball. I got Mr. Guzman over the camera trying to find a way to get this thing to focus in better for you guys. It ain't much of a picture, but try to at least get it clear for you. In the meantime, Richter's still on the mound for the Rams as he gets his warm-up throws in. And for this inning, we'll see Pargas, Hatcher, and Phillips at the plate. Shortstop, right fielder, and designated hitter. So number 2, the shortstop, Logan Pargas, will step to the plate. He's flied out to center field and has walked so far.
Did it go down?
So we go to the top of the 4th inning. Pargas steps up to the plate with a 6-1 lead. Richter's going to be pitching from the windup. First pitch to Pargas on the way. It's going to be strike 1. Call strike 1 to Pargas. Meantime, we're still going to try to focus this camera from the camera's set up probably 30 feet away, 40 feet away from us, so kind of tough to do. Oh, 1 pitch on the way, swung on. Little chopper over to shortstop. Shortstop feels it. Long throw from deep in the shortstop. And he is safe on the long throw. Pargas beats out the throw for a base hit. The ball he backed up a couple of steps to field that ball on a big hop and allowed Pargas to get down the line quickly to get the infield base hit.
Battery of number 9, Reese Hatcher.
So with the runner on first, Reese Hatcher will step to the plate. Hatcher has reached on a triple and a walk, so he's 1 for 1 tonight so far. So the first pitch to Hatcher with a runner first and nobody out. He scores around and he pulls back on the high pitch, so ball 1. Wasn't expecting our cleanup batter to square around. So Hatcher gives his signals again from third base coach with a 1-0 count, a runner at first.
About as good as I can get.
So Hatcher scores around and pulls back again for ball 2. So he'll be sitting with a 2-0 count right now. I'll let him swing away here with a hitter's count. So Hatcher, left-handed batter, digs back in. Check the runner over at first. Kicks and throws home. That's going to be outside for ball 3. So he had the green light to swing away.
Yeah.
The count's now 3-0 with a runner at first. I would expect Hatcher to watch a pitch here. As Richter kicks and throws. And there's a strike at the letters for strike 1.
Right fielder's playing way back now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Nothing's going to get behind him now.
Hatcher checks his cheat sheet for the signs yelled out by Coach Herb. He digs back in with the 3-1 count. Spins and throws over to first. Pargas gets back in time. Pargas at reach on a base hit, standing on first base.
Yeah, he did a good job running that pitch out.
Richter steps off. Didn't like the lead that Pargas was getting over at first. Or he wants to see his signs flashed again. So he's set and ready to go now. Checks his runner over at first. Kicks and throws. Swung on by Hatcher, but popped up out of play.
Play the left side. That's inexpensive.
That foul ball did not sound good when it came down.
Is that where we're parked?
Yes, right where we're parked, it sounded solid too. Hate to say that.
Right home with the windows open.
So count full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Hatcher with a runner on first here in the top of the 4th. Richter throws over to first base again. Pargas back in plenty of time. Trying to hold that runner close. So Hatcher steps back in with the full count. Richter checks his runner. Payoff pitch is on the way. High, walked him.
Yep.
So a second walk in a row for Hatcher. Now the Panthers have runners at first and second, and the designated hitter number 13, Jake Phillips, will step to the plate. He has had a base hit and he has struck out so far. So Panthers now runners at first and second. Coach Herb at the third base batter's box yells out the signals for his runners.
Yeah.
So Phillips checks his cheat sheet at the plate. Good opportunity with nobody out to square around and bunt and push those runners over to get them both in the scoring position.
That'd be a good move. Let's see what he does here.
Richter toes the rubber. Gets his signs from his catcher. Pitching from the stretch, checks his runner over at second. Pitch on the way. Phillips scores around the bunt, but it's high and he pulls back. First baseman was crashing hard. No go on the bunt. So we'll do it all over again. Signals from the third base coach. Checking the cheat sheets all the way around the bases and at the plate. They reach into the pockets and pull out their cheat sheets. So the 1-0 pitch on the way. Scores around the bunt and pulls back. Ooh, but it's a strike at the letters.
Dropped right in there for a little strike.
Yeah. Phillips didn't like the call, but it was right at the letters. It may have been a tad high. I probably would have pulled back too.
Yeah, that was a good.
You know, honestly, that pitch isn't. Nowadays, that pitch typically called at the letters.
No.
It's usually below the letters now.
Well, it's usually the other way around, way down below the knee. But if they're calling it, you better make something out of it.
So they'll leave the count at 1-1. Phillips steps back in. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Richter checking the runner over at second. Scores around the bunt. Bunts it right back to the pitcher. Pitcher looks to third. Throws to third. It gets away from him. Goes out in the left field. That's going to score 1 run. So Pargas will score. So Phillips will go get the first on the fielder's choice. And he'll run down the second. So good bunt by Phillips. Gets the fielder's choice.
We call that a power bunt.
Pargas will score from third as that ball goes out in the left field and allowed Hatcher to get to third.
All right. Well,
so Panthers now with the runners at second and third. And our new score is 7-1 as I adjust the score here. So the catcher, Johnny Guzmano, stepped to the plate. He has walked and struck out so far tonight, so he is due with runners at second and third and nobody out. First pitch to Guzman, swung on. Right down to third base. Third baseman fields it, throws over to first, and it's in time. It is in time, and he gets the out. So Guzman grounds out to third base, and Hatcher is held over on third base. So
looks like he was off, but I guess they gave him the call. First baseman made a good play on that throw.
Yeah, it was a tough throw because it was a slow ground ball that had to be fielded quickly and thrown quickly by the third baseman. And the first baseman helped him out by digging that ball out.
Yeah.
Able to beat that throw by just a hair. So with 1 out, runners at second and third, the Panthers will bring to the plate the left fielder, Addison Medrano, who's had a base hit bunt and grounded out to first base so far tonight. So the lefty will step in. An opportunity for a couple of RBIs here. Medrano digs in the left-hander's batter's box. Rams are playing the corners, they're playing up in the grass to stop the run from scoring from third with only 1 out. Pitcher took a long time to get his signal, so Medrano called timeout and steps out of the box. Now he steps back in. And all 4 infielders playing at the grass or shorter, trying to cut off the run from third from scoring. Richter checks his runners, kicks and throws. High, ball 1 to Medrano.
You know, you watch the batters now. When they throw those high pitches, they're all a little leery. You know, should I swing or is he going to call it a strike? That was just a little bit high, but 2 inches lower, that probably would have been called a strike.
Well, and then with a high pitch, it looks so meaty too, so it's hard to lay off those high pitches.
Yeah, Medrano did a good job laying off that pitch.
So 1-0 count on Medrano with 1 out. Runners at second, third here in the top of the 4th. Panthers get another run here, 7-1 our score. Medrano squared around the bunt on the squeeze. It wasn't a safety squeeze because Hatcher was coming hard.
Yeah, that was an aggressive move.
Medrano had to get out of the way because that ball was pitched inside, and the run will score. It's a weird event there. Hatcher was stealing home. Medrano scores around the bunt, and he has to get out of the way. Nevertheless, the ball gets between the catcher and the batter and gets to the dugout and allows the Panthers to score a run, and it'll bring our score now 8-1.
Medrano goes here.
So Medrano steps back in with another opportunity here with the runner on third as Phillips moves over to third base. Next pitch on the way is a swing and the miss by Medrano. He took a rip at that one. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at third now. I hadn't seen a squeeze in a long time.
Yeah, that was a good play. Very aggressive. I like it.
And keeping the hammer down.
Yep, that's what they need to do to finish this game strong here.
So 2-1 count with 1 out, runner at third. Medrano. Oh, Medrano was going to score around bunt. Looked like it was going to be a safety squeeze there. So we had a squeeze and an attempted safety squeeze bunt as Phillips gets back to third.
Yep.
And we're going to count the 3 balls, 1 strike. Or it could have just been a take. I doubt he was taken, though.
Fake bunt, something like that.
So now the count goes to 3-1. So 3-1 count, 1 out. Medrano calls time, and he's given the time.
Good at bat here by Medrano. He's really making the pitcher think and work.
Pitcher's taking a long time, so Medrano doesn't like it, so he stepped out twice so far. We're going to do it all over again. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at third. Pitch on the way. Swung on, foul straight back.
That was a strike. He had to swing at that one.
The count goes full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Runner at third here in the top of the 4th. Panthers have scored another run. Our score now is 8-1 in favor of Medina Valley. Payoff pitch on the way. Swung on, fly ball to right field. Runner's going to tag at third. Right fielder coming in. Catches the ball. It's going to throw home. It's going to be a 1 hop, but not near in time.
Nice job.
Medrano with the sacrifice fly and the RBI.
Nice job. Medrano put it way out there in right field.
Allows Phillips to score. And our score has moved to 9-1. So Panthers doing a good job on the bases so far tonight.
Base is empty and 2 out for the batter number 3.
So bases are empty now. So the pitcher, Michael Newton, will step to the plate. He was flied out to first base and walk so far. And the first pitch to him is going to be fouled straight back for strike 1.
Just a little early on that swing.
The Panthers have cleared the bases. Newton steps back in from the windup. Richard Stowe is swung on again and fouled straight back again. Kind of reached for that ball a little bit. And that's okay.
Yeah, that was a good. I mean, that may have been called a strikeout.
You're winning 9-1. I don't care what your pitcher does at the plate. So the 0-2 pitch to Newton on the way. Swung on and fouled straight back again.
Foul ball, count remains no balls and 2 strikes.
So an 0-2 count now on Newton.
Good job staying alive. Hitting that low outside pitch.
As Anderson waits on deck. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, pitch on the way. Oh, and he check swings, and they say he swung. So it's going to be strike 3 on the check swing for Newton. So now Newton goes down on strikes. But the Panthers do scratch
2 or 3 out of that inning.
They got 3 runs out of that inning.
Yeah,
it was 6-1. So our new score, Medina Valley 9, Del Rio 1, and we will go to the bottom of the 4th. Panther Baseball return after these messages.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
At Medina Electric Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Medina Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Dodson House Moving and Construction broadcast of Panther Baseball. We are going to the bottom of the 4th. It's taken some time now to get to this point. Panthers up 9-1, doing a really good job on offense, and Michael Newton pitching an outstanding game so far. So in the bottom of the 4th, the Rams will bring Richter, Sandoval, and Delgado to the plate. Newton continuing to be on the mound for the Panthers, doing a good job so far, as we said. As we've come to complete darkness now, so it was good to get that twilight time of the day out of the way.
Hitting out the bottom of the fourth inning for Del Rio is number 3, Alex Richter.
So Alex Richter, the pitcher as of record right now, who struck out last time off the bat, will be at the plate now for the Rams, and the first pitch to him is going to be a curveball outside for ball 1. Again, the Panthers played the same Del Rio team on Thursday, not Friday because of Good Friday, to finish out district play for Medina Valley. 1-0 pitch on the way. Foul straight back to even the count at 1-1. And I believe Medina Valley has a non-district game next week. Somerset, is that correct?
It is Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Home game and then non-district game on Saturday.
1-1 pitch on the way.
Good pitch.
Lets it go for a strike.
Strike 2.
So call strike 2. So the count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 4th. So they have a game Thursday and have a game Saturday. Thursday they finish the district season, and then Saturday non-district, and I believe it's against Somerset. Is it a home game?
I think it is, yep.
1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and he gets him on a strikeout. It's a good pitch by Newton. For out number 1. So far, Newton has had 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts so far.
Now bring to the plate the batter, number 4, Matt Sandoval.
So number 4, Matt Sandoval will come to the plate, the first baseman who has struck out his lone time up to bat so far.
Take that back. That Somerset game is at Somerset.
It is at Somerset.
Yep.
It's a nice feel to go watch a game at.
Yeah, it is.
It's a good feel. So with 1 out, Newton will pitch from the windup. First pitch on the way to Sandoval was a swing and a miss. Powered it past him.
Strike 1.
Again, we apologize for the video. Camera's not cooperating. Won't focus away from the fence. 0-1 pitch on the way. Another curveball, but it gets away from the catchers way outside. So leaving the count at 1-1. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
That ball came off that cement curb about.
Yeah, that ball may have a dent in it.
Yeah. Got some movement on it after that, I'm sure.
Yeah, take advantage of it if it's scuffed up. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to Sandoval. Newton from the windup. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, foul straight back. Bring the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 2. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Coach Johnny Lau over there calling the pitches out. Did a good job the last few games for sure.
Calls out the series of numbers to the catcher, and the catcher then relays it with signs to the pitcher. Now Newton back on the mound, pitching from the windup. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, ground ball. Second baseman fielded by the second baseman, thrown over to first for out number 1.
Nice job by Rips over there on second to field that hard hit ball. Make a nice throw to Mark Court.
That was a good play by Rips, moving to his right to field that ball and put the brakes on and make a good throw over to first base.
Base is empty and 2 out to the batter.
So 2 outs now, so we'll bring the bat the right fielder number 22, Juan Delgado, who was hit by pitch last time up to bat. So the left-handed batter, Delgado, steps up to the plate. Newton from the windup again. First pitch, high, ball 1.
Ball 1.
It's 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs to Delgado. 1-0 pitch on the way. High, ball 2.
Ball 2.
I believe there's a softball game on tonight also. Isn't there Medina Valley playing tonight?
I'm not sure about that. Maybe I'll ask Jeff to send us an update.
So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs to Delgado. Right down the middle for strike one. Bring the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Delgado steps back in there. 2-1 pitch from from Newton on the way, and he fouls it off to the third base side. Out of play. No game tonight for the softball team. I think they're done
with regular season.
Or it's close to it. I know they started a little bit earlier than the boys did. I'm out of touch. The Masters trip really took a lot out of me.
No, you look exhausted.
They usually count 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. We have Deuces Wild here with number 22 batting. Two pitch on the way. Swung and a miss, and he struck him out. Another strikeout to end the inning for.
Yeah, I just got an update on the softball team. Thursday they're having a seeding game against Eagle Pass. If they win tonight, looks like Medina Valley softball will at least be co-district champions. So congratulations to the softball team at Medina Valley.
Yeah, they've had a great season so far.
They really have.
I knew it was coming to an end. I didn't realize they were done. So we'll take a quick break. We'll come out back for the top of the 5th inning. Panther Baseball return after these messages.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Big State Electric is raising the bar in the San Antonio electrical industry. Working with local and forward-thinking companies, we are changing the downtown skyline with beautiful and innovative buildings. As well as working with local universities, we are revolutionizing academic sports with cutting-edge and high-tech electrical solutions. Join us as we light up the future one project at a time. Big State Electric, competence and quality since 1966. Supporting San Antonio, Austin, Houston, and the Gulf Coast region.
Welcome back to the Dodson House Moving Construction North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Panther Baseball. Coming to you live from Del Rio, Texas with a beautiful video broadcast from you as it comes in all blurry. It's a nice chain link fence that you're able to see here. Going to the top of the 5th. Panthers up 9-1 so far here in Del Rio. We got a pitching change. Number 6, Mike Soto, has made his way to the mound. He's getting his warm-up tosses in now. So we have a pitching change for you.
Pitching change brought to you by Peerless Equipment. Thank you, Peerless Equipment, for the pitching change. Edwin's sitting right here to my right. Thanks a lot, Edwin, for sponsoring that.
So we're going to the top of the 5th. Panthers up 9-1. Would be nice to scratch off a couple of runs here and finish this game off.
Yeah, it would be. Let's get going. Go pick us up.
A long way to travel.
Go to the concession stand, get a gordito for the road, and we're ready to go.
So this inning, Panthers will bring to the plate Anderson as the number 9 batter, then to the top of the order with the Rips and Lange. As Soto finishes his warm-up tosses and prepares to take over here in the top of the 5th. Next inning. So the catcher going over signs with his pitcher on the mound as Anderson awaits in the batter's box. Again, Panthers up 9-1 here in the top of the 5th here in Del Rio, Texas.
It really is a beautiful night out here.
The catcher gets back behind the plate. Anderson digs in the right-hander's batter's box. Anderson is 1 for 2 tonight. He has had a base hit and he has struck out so far. And Soto will be pitching from the windup. First pitch is going to be swung on. Pop straight up in the air, a mile up in the air. First baseman giving chase, and he catches it in foul territory for out number 1. Skied that ball.
Sandoval dragging the ball, makes the catch near the foul.
So that will bring the Panthers back to the top of the order. The second baseman, Brody Rips, will come to the plate. Rips is flied out to center field, has walked, and has had a base hit. So he has a 1 for 2 night with a stolen base.
Now batting number 1, Brody Rips.
So Rips will step in as Lange waits on deck. And Soto will continue pitching from the windup. First pitch to Rips. It's going to be right down the middle for strike 1.
Good looking pitch, low.
You know, they've gone through 3. This is the third pitcher tonight.
Yeah, and they've all done a pretty good job.
Well, it's going to be tough on, Thursday. After you've pitched 3 pitchers, to see what you have left. Yeah. Maybe that's why they pulled that other pitcher out to save him for Thursday. Yeah. More than likely, that's what they did to limit his pitches. So they even the count on that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike here with 1 out to Rips. 1 pitch on the way. Good. He thought about it, held off of it. Was right at the knees and broke into the dirt. Bring the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Good take there by the leadoff batter, Rips. Soto from the windup, the 2-1 pitch on the way. Just below the knees for ball 3. Count to go to 3-1.
Ball 3.
So that pitch had gotten away from the catcher, so everyone's set again for the 3-1 pitch. Rip steps back in. Pitch from Soto is on the way. That's right down the middle for strike 2.
Count goes 4, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
So call strike 2. Full count now on Rips with 1 out. Soto probably with that best velocity of the pitchers tonight for
really did.
Del Rio.
Del Rio.
The next pitch is below the knees, and Rips is going to take his base on balls. He'll take the free base. And the Panthers have a runner on with the center fielder coming up, number 5, Easton Lange. Lange is flied out to left field. Has had a base hit and struck out looking last time up to bat. So the freshman steps up to the plate, gets his signs from Coach Herb. Puts his cheat sheet back in his back pocket and digs back into the left-hander's batter's box. Soto's going to check his runner over at first. Pitching from the stretch now. Kicks and throws home. High pitch. Rips not with a big lead over at first base. So 1 ball, no strikes now with 1 out. Rip standing on first base. Lange at the plate. Soto from the stretch. Throws home. Swing and foul straight back. So for Lange, that'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Soto from the stretch. 1-1 pitch on the way. Curveball. Called strike 2.
Strike 2, count is 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Lange watches the curveball go by. They bring the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. One-two pitch on the way. In the dirt for ball 2, the even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Lange calls time. Soto was taking his time on the mound, so Lange did the smart thing. Broke it up, called timeout, stepped out of the box. We'll have to do it all over again.
We've seen a lot of that in this district, a lot of slow play, quick play by the pitchers to try and dictate the pace. And we're doing a good job now stepping out and calling timeout.
So we'll do it all over again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first, pitch on the way.
Ball on the left side.
That ball's fouled off behind third base fence there. Rips was moving on that, so that's the steal sign on there. Count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. To Lange at the plate. Rip standing on first base. Panthers up here in the top of the 5th, 9-1. Rip's taking his lead off first, not a big lead. Soto getting the signs from his catcher. Time is called again by Lange. And the pitch was thrown, but umpire did give him.
Yeah, pulled him out.
Did give him the timeout. So we'll do it all over again. It was a ball, by the way. Even though it was a no pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first. Here in the top of the 5th. 2-2 pitch to Lange. Throw back over to first instead.
Over to first.
Rip's got him thinking.
Well, he's taking his time. It gets awfully quiet between pitches.
Yep.
Because he sits there and between, after he comes set, and it takes him forever. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, we'll do it all over again. Quick pitch now on the way. Runner's going. Rips there in plenty of time. So Rips will get his second stolen base. And so the pitch was a ball, so it was not a full count on Lange. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. So now, with a runner in scoring position with 1 out, Lange will step back in with a full count. Soto getting his signs from his catcher. Checking his runner over at second. Payoff pitch to Lange on the way. In the dirt. He walked him. So 2 walks in a row with 1 out. So runners at first and second, and Pargas will step to the plate. Pargas so far has flied out to center field. He's walked and has had a base hit. So he has a 1-for-2 night going on.
Now batting number 2, Logan Pargas.
Pargas steps into the right-hander's batter's box. Runners at first and second. No, 1 out, I'm sorry. Soto checking his runner, pitching from the stretch. First pitch on the way. Outside, ball 1.
Ball 1.
And Panthers needed to produce today, Johnny, and they're doing what they're supposed to do to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Yeah, they got to come out and play baseball and finish strong.
They need to finish strong tonight. Pitch on the way. Pargas takes strike 1.
Called strike 1.
That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. So the 1-1 pitch to Pargas. High, ball 2.
Ball 2. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike.
So Soto does some maintenance work on the mound. Pargas will step back in with a 2-1 count with 1 out. Runner at second base here in the top of the 5th. Panthers up 9-1. Pitch on the way. Curveball into the dirt. Rips is stealing. Easily gets to second base as the ball gets away. We're going to give Rips another stolen base because he was stealing anyway, even though it did get away from the catcher.
You know, that catcher did a great job of stopping that ball.
He took it off his chest because it was in the dirt and kept the ball in front of him.
Second one like that. He's really doing good, well behind the plate.
So now Rips standing on third, possibly been able to score now on a sacrifice fly. If Pargas can get it out there. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out to Pargas now with a runner on third. Soto now checking his runner from the stretch at third. Pitch is on the way. Swung on. Fly ball is going to be in the infield, though. Second baseman's calling everybody off, and he makes the play. So Pargas flies out to second base, and it's going to be 2 outs now. So that will bring to the plate Reese Hatcher, the right fielder, who's had a triple and 2 walks. So he has a 1-for-1 night going.
Runners in second and third and 2 out for the batter number 9, Reese Hatcher.
So I believe Hatcher has an RBI tonight from one of the walks.
Yep.
So Hatcher steps in there. Left-handed batter, first pitch on the way to him. Low for ball 1. Soto pitching now from the windup now that Rips is standing on third base. So Panthers now with runners at second and third. Pitch on the way.
Ball 2.
Ball 2 on the next pitch. Soto working from the windup. 2-0 pitch on the way. That's going to be...
Ball 3. Count is 3 balls.
I guess that was outside.
Yeah, that was a nice looking pitch.
It was right at the knees. We'll take it. So 3-0 count now on Hatcher. We'll sit here and watch a ball. We'll watch a pitch anyway. So 3-0 pitch to Hatcher on the way. Oh, he swung on it. Popped it up straight in the air. Third baseman giving chase in foul territory. And he drops the ball. Wow, Coach Herbert gave him the green light to swing on 3-0, and the third baseman just dropped the ball.
He got a Christmas present there.
Yep, he was halfway between third base and the dugout. Had plenty of room. He just hit it. He fouled it so high in the air. It was tough to track it down. So Hatcher gets a reprise here, and he gets to step back in the batter's box now with a 3-1 count. Soto shaking off the signals, and now is in the windup to throw. Another foul ball in the same area. Third baseman giving chase to it, but that's going to be just out of the reach of the third baseman. So now he's going from a 3-0 count to a full count at 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs with a runner on third here in the top of the 5th inning. So Hatcher digs back in. 2 outs. Runners at second and third. And the payoff pitch on the way. Swung on. That's going to be a line shot to center field. Center fielder feels it, throws in. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Throw down to second base. Hatcher's going to be in a rundown. Throw over to first base now. First baseman throws to second base and easily tagged out. So he tried to get a double out of it, but that didn't work. However, 2 runs will score, so 2 RBI single for Hatcher, and he gets put out at second trying to get the extra base. So a nice piece of hitting by Hatcher to get the additional runs in, and guess what? That gets us to the 10 runs we need if we can get 3 outs here. So I believe that's what Herb was working on to try to get when he had a swinging on a 3-0 count.
Trying to bring him in.
To get that other run in to get it to a 10-run rule. So I didn't even realize that till now. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th and try to finish this thing off. Panther Baseball return after these messages.
Tell me when.
I take that back. We're going to stay right here because we have a reader from one of our sponsors. I'll let Mr. Guzman read it off to you.
Yeah, this is for Magnolia Filling Station. The Magnolia Filling Station features daily dark roast and a Fiorella blend medium roast drip coffee. They have lattes, iced lattes, cold brews, chai lattes, mochas, teas, and lemonades. Daily made from scratch pastries, including muffins, cookies, cupcakes, and banana bread, just to name a few. A variety of sandwiches to include ham, turkey, Italian, and pimento cheese. Protein lunch boxes, English muffin breakfast sandwiches, and fresh fruit parfaits. Sit outside under the patio and enjoy the historic downtown Castroville atmosphere, or sit inside and visit with the friendly baristas and locals. Located at 1101 Fiorella Street in beautiful downtown Castroville. Thank you, Magnolia Filling Station.
Yeah, thanks to Magnolia and Filling Station for the sponsorship, and also all the other sponsors who help out with Panther Athletics. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, Panthers up 11-1. And to set things up, this is should be a great win for the Panthers here, as they need these 2 games in order to be in contention for the playoff spot, for that 4th and final playoff spot. Again, Medina Valley sitting at 4-6, Laredo United sitting at 4-4. We're still with, I think, 3 more playoff games to play. So it's going to come down to next week before we decide what actually happens. So for the Del Rio Rams, they'll bring up Faz, Mojica, and McCray to the plate. Luis Faz, the designated hitter, number 10, will step up there first. He grounded out to the shortstop, grounded out to double play last time up to bat. The first pitch of the right-handed batter is going to be swung on and fouled down the left side towards the Del Rio dugout. So again, the Panthers will finish on Thursday at 7 p.m. at home, and then on the 22nd it's showing. What day is the 22nd?
22nd is next Tuesday.
Yeah, showing. So is it Saturday or Tuesday, the next game?
Next game. Hold on one sec.
Max Preps is showing it to be on the 22nd at Somerset.
Thursday the 17th.
So that
and
changed.
22nd is Somerset.
So it is next Tuesday.
Following Tuesday.
Okay, it is not Saturday.
Yeah.
So it's Thursday and Tuesday where they finish in non-district play against Somerset. The next pitch to Foz was a swing and a miss, so the count is now 0-2. As Newton has done a great job on the mound tonight. 0-2 pitch now on the way. Just outside to bring the count to 1-2.
Ball, 2 strikes.
So Newton back on the mound again as he took a couple of steps to walk around a little bit. A 1-2 pitch on the way. It's going to be over Foz's head during the count even now at 2-2. Looks like Coach Trevor's going to try to ride Newton as far as he can here to save his pitching for the next game on Thursday. Not much time in between games because they're typically Tuesday, Fridays. Now this one's going to be Tuesday, Thursday because of Good Friday. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 5th to Foz. Newton from the windup, pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, he strikes him out. So another strikeout for Newton. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts for the right-handed pitcher.
He's sitting at 64 pitches, so he's got plenty of line to go.
Awesome pitch count. So now, unless they score runs, it's down to the last 2 outs now for the Rams. So third baseman Jesse Mojica to the plate, who hit a double last time with the bat. He scored up a screamer to the center fielder last time off the bat. First pitch to him is going to be outside for ball 1. Newton taking his time, adjusts his cap behind the pitching mound right now, taking a few steps, taking a deep breath. Mojica sitting with a 1-0 count. Newton from the windup. Pitch on the way. On the outside corner for strike 1, and that'll even the count at 1-1 here with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Mojica, right-handed batter, waiting the 1-1 pitch. Newton from the windup. Pitch on the way. Swung on, fouled back. Just got a piece of it.
2 count is 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Again, for the 10-run rule to take effect, you need to go 5 complete. Or 4.5, depending on who's home team. But as far as this scenario, they're down to 2 outs. So do 1 ball, 2 strikes, pitch on the way. High taken for ball 2. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 1 out. Mojica awaiting the 2-2 pitch. He kicks and throws. Curveball. Strikes him out on a called strike 3. The beautiful curveball pitched by Newton to get the out. So including 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last 6 batters he has struck out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He struck out 4 of the last
6.
5 batters.
5 batters.
No, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of the last 6. He struck out 5 out of the last 6 batters. He is finishing strong. So the Rams are bringing to the plate their catcher, Trace McCray, who was hit by a pitch, and they're down to the last out, barring any run scored here. First pitch to McCray by Newton is just a tad bit high for ball 1. Don't really want to jinx him, but he's got a 1-hitter going here. We'll see if I did. Pitch on the way. Curveball, swing and a miss.
His curveball's really working well tonight.
That one looked good. So that'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Panthers up by 10 now, 11-1. McCray digs back in, awaiting the 1-1 pitch. Newton kicks and delivers. Curveball stays high. Bring the count to 2-1.
Count is 2 balls and 1 strike.
So McCray, the catcher for the Rams, steps back in. Newton works his way back onto the rubber. Going to pitch for the windup. 2-1 pitch on the way. Outside for ball 3. Nothing fancy, just throw strikes.
Yeah.
You're up by 10.
Yep.
Your defense has not had much action.
No, they're having a hard time keeping up with his fastball.
Just pump them down the middle. 3-1 pitch on the way. Call the strike on the outside corner. McCray was on the way to first, but that caught the corner, so now it's full count. So now the Rams are down to their last strike with 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We are 11-1. We are in the bottom of the 5th. Newton pitching a great game so far. Walks back on top mound to the rubber, toes the rubber now. McCray digs in. Newton with the payoff pitch. Swing and check swing. They checked down the first. They wouldn't give it to him.
Wow.
From our angle, that was a strike all day long. Wow. That was a swing. However, he's going to draw the base on balls. Wow.
That was a close one. It looked to me like he did go.
He offered plenty across the plate on that swing from this angle because we're even with the plate on the side.
Number 17.
I mean, he should have, if anything, he should have gave it to him to finish the game.
His shoulder even went through.
Oh, my gosh.
That's all right. Here we go.
That's all right. Now the Rams have a runner at first. And they'll bring the number 9 batter to the plate, the shortstop, Luis Nava, who's lined out to second base last time up to bat. So now Newton will have to pitch from the stretch, still with 2 outs. Rams down to the last out, barring any runs scored. First pitch, swung on. Ground chopper around the second base. Second base turns and throws over to first. Nice play. That's going to do it.
What a way again. Woods made an amazing play. Almost all the way to first, way behind first base to make the throw. And Marquardt made a great catch. No doubt.
Great play by Rips, hustling to his left he fielded that ball behind first base, and kind of an off-balance throw to first base, and Marquardt did make a hell of a play to bring that ball down to get their third out. So that's going to do it. Our final score, Medina Valley 11, Del Rio Rams 1, allowing the Panthers to keep in the playoff hunt to finish district play with the last game left on Thursday. So let me say this, we are going to try to cover the game on Thursday. My daughter has a recital at the Medina Valley Auditorium if y'all want to join me to watch at least a couple of dances and then come to the game.
I'd love to. I'd love to dance.
So that's the plan. I'm going to try to get to the game on time to get to cover the last game for you guys of at least district playing. We'll see how it goes from there. So since it's getting late and we're far from home, we're going to go ahead and sign off. For Johnny Guzman, I am Dwayne Garza.